Okay, guys. I just wanted to greet everyone who is on the live right now, and I just wanted to let everybody know that I am live um, at this time. And I wanted, first of all, if you if you get this video, you go ahead and share it on your Facebook or maybe live stream or maybe StreamYard or YouTube. I think I am live on YouTube and StreamYard. And then I wanted to actually to make it even to be on Facebook, so you can help to share it. Uh, the reason I'm live today is because I wanted to come out and clear out some terms and there are some collaboration of ideas that are actually some political parties, some are using my ideas without permission, and I wanted to clear this one out, and I wanted to actually to elaborate more. It's okay that I'm actually very glad that they are using it, so that at least it shows that people can be actually on the same page. First of all, my name is Dalarjin, leader of the UPSS Union Party of South Sudan. You have seen there is a SOMA, what we call those groups that are calling themselves South Sudan Opposition Movement or Ally or something, that are actually uh, going back and forth in Rome and trying to negotiate fake peace with the government. And South Sudanese don't know them actually, who are this group. Most of them actually they kind of they kind of like subsidizing the issues, the real issues. You find every time there is a strong rebellion, they will always go opposite, and you don't even know what they want. And that is why, sometime I have been following them since the 8 years, 7 years that I have been talking about the cause of the war as in South Sudan. And I define it that the cause of war was actually practically tribalism, that the war was caused in South Sudan is caused by tribalism, and the war we are fighting is a tribal war. Now, if you hear them, most of them actually they were saying that the cause of the war was federalism, and when they were invited to the peace, they by the IO, they refused to go to sign peace with the IO, and they were asked actually what is that you wanted to. They say it was federalism and sometimes political, and these are the agendas of the IO, because the IO actually is practically talking about the war, the nature of the war in South Sudan as political, and thing to do with federalism were just sub issues. Those are the issues. They are not cause of war. So those are the thing that they wanted to maybe to do, or maybe how they wanted the government to be. So what I'm going to talk about today, I think Soma, they are really doing good thing to kind of embrace my idea, or maybe my cause of idea, the main idea that in the UPS we believe the war in South Sudan is tribalism. Now the problem is that they don't give credit, and that is really very serious, because if you don't give credit, I have been talking about it for almost 7 years now. They, because there was a conflict of interest and lack of vision, so they are told to come up with things, so they cannot, the peace that they are signing could not go anywhere. And that is why actually they have to kind of trying to collaborate ideas from different political party. And I don't have problem with people actually taking even these ideas to South Sudanese themselves. Actually, I'm glad to hear them that they are talking about this. But the problem is that sometimes, they need to maybe consult with, if they are collaborating, they need collaboration, and they need so that at least they can get it in a holistic way. And sometimes they name it in different, like the way they say ethnic. Well, today I'm going actually to talk about the difference between ethnic, political, and tribalism, so that at least people will not, so that these people who don't have idea, they will actually, people of South Sudan will know them, and you can judge them how what they are doing. So morally, more often, actually, I think the reason they are doing this is because actually the members of SOMA, they actually lacking ideas to present to South Sudanese people or even to the international community about what they believe actually should be the cause of the war. The other thing is that they are very slow to see things, because I have been talking about this for almost 8 years right now, talking about the cause of the war as tribalism. And I am actually glad that they are openly now coming up at this time. Now the war has been there for almost 8 years, and they keep actually denying. If some of them actually, I was debating with them, they could not by that time. Like people like Emmanuel Ajawin was actually even trying to deny that this is not tribalism, the cause of the war. And right now they are the very people that are come. So you see, so actually it make me feel like there is people are actually lacking skill actually to learn quickly. And it also made me like afraid that people of South Sudan will have a long time to learn things, because if it take maybe many years for some people to realize, these people who are have education, what about the common ordinary people? So it's going to take them like almost very like a very long time to realize things. So what I'm going to differentiate today is what they call it, because they, instead of calling it tribalism, they embrace all my ideas of on the war, because sometimes they look on my videos, and because I am actually openly to South Sudanese social media. So now what I'm going to elaborate here is the difference of tribalism and ethnics, or ethnic political, so that at least South Sudanese will know that these people, they are visionless. They don't have vision. So what they do is just to embrace other people ideas, and they're not going anywhere with it, because if it is not your idea, you're going to have a struggle a lot, even to try to actually to give it to people, or to explain it, or even to implement it there. Now, what is in the UPSS, we believe purely the war in South Sudan is caused by tribalism. And tribalism and ethnics, they are not different. Tribalism actually is a way in which a country is organized. Okay? Tribalism can be a feeling of certain group, or certain ethnic group, or certain tribe. If they feel loyal to their culture, they feel loyal maybe to their kinship or their blood. That is a typical definition of tribalism. And if you have a feeling tied to your language, because you have a language, South Sudanese, some will, can you speak Shuluk, you can speak Nuer, Denka, Asholi, Baria speakers, and so on. So sometimes some tribe will be loyal to their ethnic group, and that is what we call, what actually we describe particularly in the UPS as tribalism, and we put that one as a cause of the war. Now, sometimes you might feel like you are very strong on your religion, so people feel like they have, what is important in their life is maybe their religion. And now, sometimes you can drive and you wanted other people maybe to believe in that. That is also a way of tribalism. So when you organize yourself, your life style, your geographical land in a tribal line, then we say it is tribalism. All the institutions in South Sudan right now, they are organized in tribal line. And that is why you see when you go to any ministry in South Sudan, you will find that most of it maybe is based on kinship. So you employ your relative, your cousin, your tribal men. That kind of organization is what I describe as tribalism. And if you go maybe to your village, let's say maybe your Buma or your counties or your state, your own state, you find that all those states are organized on tribes. So you find that Denka and sub, maybe another sub like Gogrial, maybe a Wanshan or a Puk. So those are sub tribe, and then they make counties or Payam. That is tribalism. You go to any Shulu kingdom, is being organized in terms of Shola or Shuluk or maybe kingdom. That is tribalism. So what I describe as tribalism is a way how our country is organized, and that is what caused actually has caused the war. The war in South Sudan has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with politics. If you don't know any what politics mean and what tribalism mean or ethnic, I'm going to talk. I'm going to clarify all this term here. Now, when we talk of ethnic, what are we talking about here? You don't. Sometimes people, my people who don't really may not have a good academic school, so they will try to make things they don't understand term, and sometimes they will come with term because they hear it from somebody else, or maybe they want to incorporate it. That is the problem. Now, ethnics and tribe, they don't have different. So that's what I wanted to clarify here. Ethnic and tribe are the same thing. The only difference you can find is the way how they are used. For example, in West Africa, you can find most of the tribe in West Africa, instead of using tribe, they use ethnic. Let's say maybe in Nigeria. In Nigeria, sometimes they are using maybe let's say those tribe in Nigeria. They will call them ethnic instead of calling them a tribe. You go to maybe to Uganda. Those tribe in Uganda, East Africa mostly call them tribe. But practically, if you go any location, it depends on location. So it is depend on whether you have used ethnic or you have used tribe. So ethnic here is a membership belonging to a membership of a certain tribe. It's not a new or a new terminology that as many of you has because some of these so maybe they might think that they have is a new way of maybe looking at the war as a new perspective, but it's nothing again. So ethnic here mean tribe, and tribe is actually a feeling of belonging, okay, or maybe actually being a membership in a certain tribe. Let's say Dinka, Nuer, Shuluk. Being in that member, that is a tribe, and that's your ethnic. That's your ethnic group. So it has nothing to do with a different of tribalism. So tribalism actually is that kind of feeling of ethnic affiliation, organization of ethnic affiliation. And that's what we are talking here. So I just wanted people to be clear about that, that at least they understand why actually whether there is a difference between what the SOMA and the UPSS actually are saying here. Now, why do we say the war in South Sudan is actually caused by tribalism? The reason we are saying is caused by tribalism is because the country after the independence actually is organized in tribal line. And what I mean here is that members of tribe actually you find occupy a certain ministerial. Member of tribe will occupy a certain maybe army section of army. And furthermore, that is very dangerous because in a country when we institutions are actually organized in terms of tribe, then the tribalism will be politics of tribalism can really be very difficult there. So there will be hate there. There will be feeling of loyalty, and people will always have tribal polarization, and that is what happening in Giada actually. In Giada, Usually I call this the war. What happened in Giada December 15 was a Denka Nuer war, because there was no any other tribe. There was no other tribe that we can say, okay, maybe Shuluk were there, Bari were there, maybe 37 tribe members in members of tribe in all Equatoria. None of them were fighting in the war 2013 in Juba. And we have how many tribes in Upper Nile? Several tribes, maybe Upper Nile alone has maybe 5 or 6 tribes. So now, what we are saying here is that, you can look at what happened in December 15 has nothing to do with any political differences. So the issue was a tribal polarization between the Nuer and the Denka, and that's what happened. So soldiers in the army fought, and there were only 2 tribes. One tribe actually evacuated or withdrew from the city, and then another tribe actually will remain, the Denga tribe, and then kill or search the members of the other tribe. It's purely tribalism. It has nothing to do with politics here. People don't understand politics. The problem is that South Sudanese, they don't understand term. Politics here, when we talk of politics, we are talking of values, political party values that are actually in a political party, or values that personal values, or maybe political party value that political party represent. That's what we are talking about, politics. So there was no difference on a political party that they wanted to drive. There was not even issues that are being dividing the people that it can cause a war. There was nothing like that. Let's say the war on in Tigray region, that could really be a political war, because right now Ethiopia and Tigray, even if they are a tribe, the way the war was fought is that the Tigray people demanded election, and practically they wanted election to be run, and failure for election. Then what happened is that now they went on and do election. That is purely a political. Okay, so if you won election and there is a certain group don't want election, and then therefore you go ahead and do the election because you feel that it is very important for the country actually to go through the election, or to have a leader that is elected by the people. That is a political. And after that, because of that, and then a war broke out. Okay, this is different from South Sudan, because in South Sudan, tribes are actually have a long history of what we call grievances, and there was no any political issues that dragged them to war. The discussion that were done in the SPLM is just one political party. It's not 2 political party. So it's one political party. Whatever they were discussing has nothing to do with what happened in Giada actually, because what they discussed is not even, they were discussing an election that is not yet been run. The election was maybe 2 years ahead of time. So now, we cannot put this to be a political, because what took the war, if it is political really, if it is political, as many of you were saying, then a lot of people that were in will be involved. Most people, the country in Juba will be involved. All those, or a political party that has actually that were fighting for a certain issue could be actually be involved in that problem. But there was nothing like that. So what happened in South Sudan was purely political. Now, for those who actually would think that that is political, those who say that is political, it will take us a long time to actually to embrace or to stop this war, because for some of you right now, like SSOMA now, I'm really surprised that they even don't want election. So if they don't want election, that means they don't want the problem to end, because like, when they are talking about maybe 5 more years, and they are asking to subsidize the other political party, and here they don't have clear vision for the people. We don't know what they are discussing there right now in Rome. So that is really very, very serious. If they wanted to embrace tribalism, I think they need to be clear, because here they cannot say ethnic. Ethnic. It means tribalism. There is no any difference between ethnic and tribalism, and that is why a lot of this. My message to our people is that to try to check all these political party whether they have a vision or they have a mission. These are what people of South Sudan need to check, because some of these party do not really have a vision for the people. Sometimes they might have a short vision for themselves, where they want maybe a peace agreement with Salva Kiir that will end in maybe 1 month, 2 months, and then they will break it out. But for reality, they don't have a mission and a vision for South Sudan. So my advice for all the South Sudanese people is to try to check all this political party in South Sudan, okay? Because I believe it is only the UPSS right now that has a vision for the people of South Sudan. All other parties, they are just looking to look for peace agreement with Salva Kiir, which will end up in nothing but maybe in frustration later for most of their members. Look at what IO is doing right now. There are a lot of war outside Juba, and people, members of IO, say they have signed peace agreement in Juba, but it's still attack in Equatoria, more attack in Apanal, and practically maybe we don't know, it might go to Juba soon. So this is what our people do not understand. It's because root cause of the war is not addressed, and more people are still confusing. Many parties are confusing people, and that is will take our people a long time to understand even the war of South Sudan, the nature of the war in South Sudan. So my message to all political parties is that let's not try to actually to confuse our citizen in South Sudan. If you believe that this war is caused by tribalism, join the union. The union is open for everybody. Or seek for more information that we can help you. Because just taking the idea without permission or without our credit here, you're going to struggle a lot. We don't want you to struggle. So we want you, if you believe really this war is tribalism, you will be helping a lot of thousand people who really don't understand right now. Because that is what is happening. Okay. Most people right now, they seem not just to understanding what they are following. And that is the problem. So if all of us could embrace that the cause of the war is tribalism, we will have been looking for a way to eliminate tribalism without any giving somebody position. We will just eliminate it, and there are ways that tribalism can be eliminated in South Sudan. We have law, we have everything in our country. We are not lacking anything. What is the problem is that is just to take out that problem, and then we will be okay in the country. So I'm not going to stay here. I just wanted to bring it in the attention that this SOMA, they are trying to calibrate the idea of the UPSS, and they have not consulted us, and they just take it without permission. But we are saying it is okay only if they are using in a right way. So they should not use it to sign fake agreement with Salva Kiir. They should use it to address the problem of South Sudan. And thank you very much. God bless you.